So you're a young professional that's thinking about moving to Queens. In this video, I'm talking about the top 5 best Queens neighborhoods for young professionals, and I'm getting after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living in Queens, New York, then subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Queens, New York. My name is Cornell Smith with eXp Realty. We get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking for help on making the move to Queens, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information is in the description below, so help you make a smooth move to Queens. So as I mentioned before, I'm talking about the top 5 best neighborhoods for young professionals in Queens. Before I start, let me give you a little bit overview of Queens, New York. So Queens is one of 5 New York City boroughs. Queens is in fact the second most populous New York City borough after Brooklyn. In terms of, New York City boroughs and population size ranking, it's Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, the Bronx, and Staten Island. So a little bit about where Queens is located. To the east of Queens, you have Nassau County, Long Island, which you can think of as a suburb of New York City. To the north of Queens, you have the New York City borough of the Bronx. To the southwest of Queens, you have the New York City borough of Brooklyn. And to the west of Queens, you have the New York City borough of Manhattan, aka the city what we New York area residents call it. Queens is also known as the world's borough. According to census data, about 47% of Queens residents were born outside of the United States, and Queens is arguably one of the most diverse places in the world, and Queens is also a great place for young professionals. So Queens is not too far from places like I mentioned before, like Nassau County, Long Island, the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Manhattan. And Queens itself is, filled with many diverse neighborhoods. Queens has, numerous highways, public transportation options, entertainment options, green space, park, etc. for, people to enjoy. There's many things to do in Queens, and don't forget that people call New York City overall, the city that never sleeps. So let's get into the top 5 best Queens neighborhoods for young professionals. So at number 5, we have Forest Hills. So Forest Hills is a neighborhood in the central section of Queens. Forest Hills has a population of about 75,208 people. Depending on traffic and time of day, Forest Hills is a 30-minute drive away from Midtown Manhattan. It's about a 10-minute drive away from LaGuardia Airport, and it's about a 20-minute drive away from John F. Kennedy International Airport. Forest Hills is a New York City neighborhood. It's seen as one of the best places to live in New York State. Living in Forest Hills offers a dense urban feel with some pockets of suburbia. There are many bars, restaurants, coffee shops, and parks in Forest Hills. Many families, young professionals, and retirees live in Forest Hills. The median home value in Forest Hills is $410,000. And your housing options include, co-ops, condos, single-family homes, multi-family homes, and some mansions. The cheapest available option being a $129,000 co-op, and the most expensive option being a $5.3 million mansion, and about 53% of Forest Hills residents own their homes. The median household income in Forest Hills is $103,599. According to niche.com, Forest Hills is the 49th best New York City neighborhood for young professionals out of 227 New York City neighborhoods. Forest Hills is the 36th best New York City neighborhood overall to live in, and it's the 23rd best New York City neighborhood to raise a family in. My favorite place in Forest Hills is Eddie's Sweet Shop, which is also New York City's oldest ice cream parlor shop, being around since 1925. Here they have an old-fashioned soda fountain, whipping up massive sundaes with homemade ice cream. One restaurant in the Forest Hills area is Cabana, a lively restaurant and bar serving Nuevo Latino food and cocktails in a setting with a Miami vibe. There's also Age Steakhouse, a local steakhouse that offers 30-day aged steaks, prime cuts, grilled meats plus sides, seafood, wines, and cocktails in a woodline setting. In Forest Hills, there's also Forest Park, a massive park. The park being about 500 acres with 165 acres of trees. there's, hiking, bridle paths, baseball, softball fields, tennis, bocce, handball courts, and it's also home to the Forest Park Golf Course, which is said to be one of the more challenging golf courses in the entire New York City. In Forest Hills, there's also the Forest Hills Stadium, an outdoor music venue, outdoor entertainment venue. The likes of Drake, Ed Sheeran, Dolly Parton, Frank Sinatra, the Rolling Stones, and Bob Dylan all performed at Forest Hills Stadium. People that grew up or lived in Forest Hills include actor and voice actor Hank Azaria, author Dale Carnegie, fashion designer Donna Karan, the rock band The Ramones, and actor and comedian Ray Romano. To see a bit more of Forest Hills, you can check out my Forest Hills vlog. At number 4, we have Sunnyside. So Sunnyside is a neighborhood in the western section of Queens. Sunnyside has a population of about 39,364 people. Sunnyside is a New York City neighborhood. It's seen as one of the best places to live in New York State. Living in Sunnyside offers a dense urban feel. There are many bars, restaurants, coffee shops, and parks in Sunnyside, and many young professionals live in Sunnyside. Depending on traffic and time of day, Sunnyside is about a 25-minute drive away from Midtown Manhattan. It's about a 10-minute drive away from LaGuardia Airport, and it's about a 30-minute drive away from John F. Kennedy International Airport. The median home value in Sunnyside is $390,000. So homing options are mainly co-ops and condos, and there's some single-family homes. The overwhelming majority of single-family homes in Sunnyside are going to be attached or semi-detached. So we have some semi-attached and attached single families and multi-family homes. So the cheapest available properties being a $225,000 co-op, and the most expensive property being a $2.3 million 4-family home, and about 25% of Sunnyside residents own their homes. The median household income in Sunnyside is $77,119. According to niche.com, Sunnyside is the 51st best New York City neighborhood to live in out of 227 New York City neighborhoods. It's the 43rd best New York City neighborhood for young professionals, and it's the 33rd most diverse New York City neighborhood. In Sunnyside, there's a Courtyard Ale House. So this is an unpretentious watering hole with sports on TV, many craft beers available, and also has a covered patio. This is Sunnyside's favorite Irish sports bar, keeping Queens Boulevard entertained since 2000. Offers live music, niche sports, and a cozy beer garden. Open until 4 a.m. There's also Maggie Mae's Bar, an intimate neighborhood spot with a warm, rustic feel that offers inventive cocktails and craft tap beers. Also open until 4 a.m. There's Pete's Grill. They serve breakfast all day. It's an American diner that, serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Alcove is a cozy eatery offering small plates, serves things like tacos, burgers, has a bar, and open-air dining. There's the Sunnyside Thrift Shop, a no-nonsense retailer of pre-owned apparel, books, housewares, tchotchkes, trinkets, etc. One park in Sunnyside includes the Tornsley Playground, aka the Lula Dottie Playground. This park offers dog-friendly areas, eateries, and handball courts. There's also Sunnyside Gardens Park, a member-only park established in 1926. This park features bike track, skate ramp, ping pong table, baseball diamond, soccer goals, tennis, basketball courts, and picnicking areas. At number 3, we have Long Island City. So Long Island City is a neighborhood in the western section of Queens. Long Island City has a population of about 31,019 people. LIC is a New York City neighborhood. It's seen as one of the best places to live in New York State. Living in Long Island City offers a dense urban feel. There are a lot of bars, restaurants, coffee shops, and parks in Long Island City. Many young professionals live in Long Island City. Depending on traffic and time of day, Long Island City is about a 15-minute drive away from Midtown Manhattan. It's about a 10-minute drive away from LaGuardia Airport, and it's about a 30-minute drive away from John F. Kennedy International Airport. The median home value in Long Island City is $1,125,000. Homing options include co-ops, condos, apartments, some luxury apartments, and you have some single and multi-family home options. They're virtually all essentially going to be attached and some semi-detached single and multi-family homes. There's virtually no detached single-family homes in Long Island City like that. So your cheapest option is a $528,000 condo, and your most expensive option is a $2.6 million true family home. About 16% of Long Island City residents own their homes. The median household income in Long Island City is $62,980. According to niche.com, Long Island City is the 64th best New York City neighborhood to live in out of 227 New York City neighborhoods. It's the 42nd best New York City neighborhood for young professionals, and it's the 4th most diverse New York City neighborhood. In LIC, there's Levante, an Italian eatery, has wood-fired pizzas, Neapolitan pizzas, and pastas are served here, has exposed brick walls and cheap tile work. There's Jackson Eatery Bar, an American tavern with a hipster vibe. They serve seasonal American dishes and local beers in an industrial urban chic restaurant. There's Doha Lounge Bar, a casual lounge bar, nightclub and restaurant offering brunch and dinner menus and cocktails, open until 4 a.m. There's Dive Bar LIC, a laid-back hangout whipping up finger foods, burgers, pizzas, cocktails, and happy hour specials, also open until 4 a.m. A fan of beer, there's a LIC Beer Project, a boutique craft brewery and tap house. Some parks in LIC include Gantry Plaza State Park. Gantry Plaza State Park include a 12-acre riverside oasis that boasts spectacular views of the Midtown Manhattan skyline, has 4 piers, and at times Gantry Plaza State Park hosts, spring and summer concerts. The recreational facilities at the park include basketball courts, handball courts, playgrounds, dog-friendly areas, and a fishing pier. Hunters Point South Park is a 10-acre waterfront park that features breathtaking views of the Midtown East skyline. Includes basketball, volleyball courts, eateries, dog-friendly areas, fitness equipment, bicycling, and greenways. There's Queensbridge Park, a public park that offers waterfront views of the Queensboro Bridge. Queensbridge Park has baseball fields, handball courts, dog-friendly areas, picnicking and barbecuing areas. Some people from Long Island City include former NBA player Metta World Peace and rap and hip-hop legends like Marley Marl, MC Sham, Roxanne Shante, and Nas. At number 2, we have Ditmars Steinway. So Ditmars Steinway is a neighborhood in the, you could say, western or northwestern section of Queens. You could technically say that Ditmars Steinway is a part of the Queens neighborhood of Astoria. Ditmars Steinway has a population of about 45,825 people. Ditmars Steinway is a New York City neighborhood. It's seen as one of the best places to live in New York State. Living in Ditmars Steinway offers a dense urban feel. There are many bars, restaurants, coffee shops, and parks in Ditmars Steinway. Many young professionals live in Ditmars Steinway. Depending on traffic and time of day, Ditmars Steinway is about a 25-minute drive away from Midtown Manhattan. It's about a 10-minute drive away from LaGuardia Airport, and it's about a 30-minute drive away from John F. Kennedy International Airport. The median home value in Ditmars Steinway is $1,261,750. So your home options include co-ops, condos, and detached and semi-detached single and multi-family homes. The cheapest option being a $199,000 co-op, and the most expensive option being a $2.5 million one family. And about 30% of Ditmars Steinway residents own their home, and the median household income in Ditmars Steinway is $99,999. According to niche.com, Ditmars Steinway is the 77th best New York City neighborhood to raise a family in out of 227 New York City neighborhoods. It's the 56th best New York City neighborhood to live in, and it's the 40th best New York City neighborhood for young professionals. In Ditmars Steinway, there's Taverna Kyklades, sorry if I mispronounced that, a lively eatery specializing in Greek, seafood, and sides. There's Ditmars Thai, open in 2020, offers authentic and delicious Thai food. There's The Last Word, a cocktail bar. This former hidden speakeasy style bar serves refined snacks and cocktails, and it's open until 2 a.m. There's the Sweet Spot Sporting Lounge and Restaurant, a sports bar with 40 plus TVs, offering elevated pub grub, a solid beer selection, and weekend breakfast. Open until 1 or 2 a.m. depending on the day. Parks in Ditmars Steinway include Steinway Playground, which includes handball courts and playground areas. There's Ditmars Playground, which includes bocce courts, handball courts, and playground areas. Ralph DeMarco Park, a riverside spot featuring benches, walkways, and biking paths along the water and views of Manhattan. So at number 1, the best Queens neighborhood for young professionals, we have Astoria. So Astoria is a neighborhood that you could say that's in the western or northwestern section of Queens. Astoria has a population of about 85,609 people. Astoria is a New York City neighborhood. It's seen as one of the best places to live in New York State. Living in Astoria offers a dense urban feel. There are many bars, restaurants, coffee shops, and parks in Astoria. Many young professionals live in Astoria. Depending on traffic and time of day, Astoria is about a 25-minute drive away from Midtown Manhattan. It's about a 10-minute drive away from LaGuardia Airport, and it's about a 30-minute drive away from John F. Kennedy International Airport. The median home value in Astoria is $900,000. Home options include co-ops, condos, some attached and semi-detached single-family, multi-family homes, some apartments, and some luxury apartments. The cheapest available option being a $268,000 co-op, and the most expensive option being a $4.3 million 3-family home. About 17% of Astoria residents own their homes, and the median household income in Astoria is $89,037. According to niche.com, Astoria is the 50th best New York City neighborhood to raise a family in out of 227 New York City neighborhoods. It's the 43rd best New York City neighborhood to live in, and it's the 22nd best New York City neighborhood for young professionals. Astoria is home to Steinway Street. So Steinway Street features 300 stores on Steinway Street between 28th Avenue to 35th Avenue. National chain stores like Banana Republic, Gap Factory, Express, and Zales, alongside local family-owned stores and shops, some of which have been fixtures in Astoria for 50 plus years. Sugar Freak, a Creole restaurant, New Orleans standards like shrimp po' boys and gumbo, plus novel cocktails and mega rich desserts. Luna Asian Bistro and Japanese rooftop restaurant. Specialty sushi, Asian fusion fare, and drinks, and modern digs with the rooftop patio and city views. Deja Vu New York, a cozy Mediterranean style bar with cocktails, hookah, weekend DJs, karaoke parties, and bar grub. Open until 3:30 a.m. Fusion Lounge NY, a striking neon lit nightclub with sumptuous lounge areas, a DJ, bar eats, and hookahs. Astoria is also home to the Bohemian Hall and Bear Garden, the oldest NYC bear garden, being founded in 1910. It's the sole survivor, last standing bear garden of its time to still exist in 2023. It has indoor and outdoor seating, Czech-inspired food menu, and beers imported from Eastern Europe to keep the Slavic feel. Parks in Astoria include Astoria Park. Astoria Park is home to the oldest and largest pool in New York City. Free admission also includes bocce, basketball, tennis courts, fitness equipment, running tracks, dog-friendly areas, skate parks, eateries, etc. Rainy Park is a public park that features a scenic riverside promenade, dog-friendly areas, and baseball fields. Athens Square Park, a square featuring a small amphitheater with Doric columns, statues of Greek figures, and a playground. I guess this would be a good time to mention that Astoria does have a significant Greek population, and Greek culture permeates throughout the neighborhood. There you have it. These are the top 5 best Queens neighborhoods for young professionals. To reiterate, they're Forest Hills, Sunnyside, Long Island City, Ditmars, Steinway, and Astoria. 4 of these neighborhoods, essentially all of the neighborhoods except for Forest Hills, are in the western section of Queens, and Forest Hills is in the central section of Queens. Interestingly and funny enough, all 5 of these neighborhoods aren't that far from Manhattan. The western and central sections of Queens may be for you if you're a young professional and or if you need to be near Manhattan. I gave y'all restaurant, nightlife, and park options in these neighborhoods. To learn more about Queens, you can check out my pros and cons video about Queens. You can check out my top 5 best Queens neighborhoods video, and you can also check out my Don't Move to Brooklyn video. So yes, if this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living in Queens, New York, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Queens. My name is Cornell Smith, the XP Roaster. You get calls and emails every day from people just like you, looking for help with making the move to Queens, New York, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information in the description below so it'll help you make a smooth move to Queens. So as I mentioned before, this is my top 5 best Queens neighborhoods for young professionals. Thank you for watching. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Have a good one. Peace.